God morgon Polen. Ökat våld och övergrepp drabbar migranter på gränsen mellan Polen och Belarus, visar en ny rapport från organisationen Egala och Oxfam. Samtidigt har det polska parlamentet röstat igenom ett kontroversiellt lagförslag om att migranter ska kunna skickas tillbaka utan att få söka asyl.
Dear leftists, I'm very happy to take part in this debate about democracy in Europe.
Idag har vi inne experten Monica de Silva från den statsvetenskapliga institutionen på Göteborgs universitet för att kommentera säkerhets- och migrationspolitiken i Polen.
How has Poland's stance on the EU common migration policy evolved and changed in recent years?
I think that the Polish stand on asylum and migration policy of the EU is quite stable over the years, even though Poland had a change of government in recent years from a more right-wing to more center government.
What measures has Poland taken to handle the increasing migration from the East and Middle East?
Mm-hmm. So there is the Polish government adopted a broad 5-year-long plan on migration policy, something that Poland has never had before. It was always very ad hoc policy, and part of this policy is to focus on integration. So these are mostly the measures of the Polish government. Make sure that migrants are integrated into Polish society. That's one set of measures. Another thing is to make sure that migrants that come to Poland have legalized status. And one challenge that the Polish government has was the fact that many students come to Poland, many immigrant students, and according to the government, not all of them actually, they receive student visas, but not all of them actually study. There were also corruption affairs around visa policies. So this is one thing that the government wants to tackle. And then there is, of course, the crisis on the border between Poland and Belarus. This is far more complicated because then we are talking about not economic migration but about asylum. And measures that were adopted by the government are more on the side of security policy, right? So physical borders, more controls on the borders, and as you may know, suspension of the right to asylum. That is, even though it was endorsed by the European Commission, it's also very contested by human rights organizations. Okay, so I think overall, what is important in this context is that the Polish government supports overall EU's policy when it comes to externalization of borders and cooperation with third countries when it comes to management of border, both migration and border security, as these actors would call it. So there is, I think, quite full cooperation between the EU and Poland when it comes to Frontex, the border management involvement on the border, and Poland, for example, negotiated with the European Commission that the European Commission will reach out to countries of origin of people who come to the border and, for example, stop flights to Belarus. This is a very securitized issue linked to many problems. I would say not so much maybe transnational problems like terrorism, but more problems of state security, right? So a possible military threat from the state of Belarus.
Tack Monica. Det här var allt för oss på Kraknews. Tack för att ni har lyssnat.